Welcome to episode 8 of 20 Before 20. Guys, I have been making this video for literally a month. Just remaking. One time I filmed it, it was facing the other direction. The other time I filmed it and it was 10 minutes, but it wouldn't load onto my iCloud and it kept saying, make sure you have internet connection. Then I filmed a 14-minute video and that one wouldn't work. And I just deleted all the videos. So for the 50th time, okay, 50 is an exaggeration. For the 4th time, here's episode 8. The 4th time's a charm.
I've been patiently waiting for moments like this. Episode 8 of 20 Before 20 on the list says,
read books that will shape your mindset and goals. So, I will be discussing 2 books. This one is called Speak Freely by Audra Stennis Owens. It's a poetry collection. And this book is called Contagious by Jonah Berger. It is a book about marketing and how things catch on, trend, go viral, etc. I'm gonna start with Contagious by Jonah Berger. It's 213 pages, I believe. Let me double check. Yeah, it's 213 pages. I haven't read the whole book. I've only read till page, I put a bookmark till page 146. And that's almost halfway, which is incredible. Like, it doesn't feel like that, but yeah. The part of the book that I'm reading right now is talking about observability. So basically, for something to catch on, go viral, to be popular, or for something to spread to multiple people, it has to be able to be seen with their eyes so that it can be replicated, because you can't repeat something or copy something you can't see. So for example, they gave the example of how anything Apple, when it sends an email, it will say sent from iPhone, sent from MacBook, and it's like a trademark, like a symbol. It's showing every time that it's from Apple. So that makes people receiving emails realize, okay, people actually buy Apple products, for example. Or how Apple made their earbuds white. If you're walking down the street and you see 5 people listening to music and 4 of those people have white earbuds, you're gonna be like, oh, they're all listening to music or podcasts or whatever through their AirPods, right? But if somebody's wearing black earbuds, that doesn't really stand out. You can't look at it and know, oh, that's a blackberry product. You can't look at it and know who it's from. But with Apple making white earbuds, you can just look at it and know, okay, a lot of people are buying Apple products. And then, you know, when people see a lot of people doing something, they're more likely to copy it. Why'd I say it like that? They're more likely to copy it. Like that, they're more likely to copy it. Hey, I'm a rapper from the East. Okay, so that's where I'm reading right now in the book. I haven't finished the book. I'm really excited to finish it. So far, I'm really liking it. I've been reading it kind of slowly. Actually, this is my usual pace of reading books. I started reading it in April, and it's July right now.
it's 213 pages. I mean, for me, that's pretty normal. I take really long when I'm reading books.
Yeah. But one of my favorite lines, stanzas, paragraphs, sentences from this book is on page 133. So basically, they were doing a study on why people engage in risky behaviors, and they did that study on college students, and they found that, oh, I forgot to turn on the music. And they found that a lot of college students tend to engage in binge drinking or drinking alcohol in general, even when they don't feel, even though it doesn't make them feel positive or good about themselves. And then they did a specific deep dive and they started asking students, why do you guys drink if you find that that leads to you taking care of your friends, you know, holding their hair when they throw up, and just having to mother over your friends if you go to a party just because they drank a lot? Why do you guys do this if you don't actually feel comfortable? And then the study has shown that a lot of people that were asked, they only drink that much or do it in general because they see everyone else doing it. So they think everyone else is having a good time and everyone else is having fun, when in reality, like, the other people engaging in that activity are also feeling the same way they're feeling. So this one sentence that just stood out to me like a sore thumb
So this one sentence that just stood out to me
says, okay, if most students weren't comfortable with the drinking culture, then why was it happening in the first place? Why were students drinking so much if they don't actually like it? Because behavior is public and thoughts are private. I don't know. I don't know if you guys feel as impacted by that sentence as I do, but when they said behavior is public and thoughts are private, I was like, that's so real. Like, you can see so many people doing something and think that's so fun, and then you try it and you're like, I don't feel as excited. Oh, I'm not having a good time. Oh, you know? And then you wonder, why is everyone else doing it? Whole time, those people feel the same way. They're just continuing because they see other people continuing. That's not always the case, but it can be. And I've experienced that before. So, no, I don't know what page I'm reading. That just stood out to me so much. Yeah, that's enough about Contagious. I would recommend you read it. I think it's a great book. I started reading it because I wanted it to help me with my music. But now I'm just reading it because, I mean, one, knowledge is power. And two, I'm kind of interested in psychology and the whys behind people's behavior. So it's nice to know why people do stuff. Yeah. And then my second book is called Speak Freely. It's a poetry collection by Audra Stennis Owens. And I will be reading one full poem, 3 excerpts. This poem is titled Sister Cousin, and it's not my favorite. I'm only reading it to you guys because I teased it in episode 7. So I feel like I don't want you guys to just read that page and be like, ooh, what's this poem about? You know? Not that I think you all talk like that, but... So I'm only gonna read the second page. This is a 2-page poem, and it's titled Sister Cousin on page 33. It reads, close as close can be, comfort for my heart by my sister cousin, secrets of truth of the past, making memories, happy ones, and the love that will forever last. The memory on Ohio Street in Omaha, Nebraska, the bite from the rat, reflections from the 60s. All grown up, we both married. I stayed in Omaha. My cousin moved to Canada, but that didn't keep us apart. As the old black telephone kept me in close touch with her, we never stopped writing letters that I cherished. As the airplane played taxi to our long distance visits, you truly loved me in my youth. And as we both grow older, my love never stopped for my sister cousin, until death parted me from you. That's the second page of Sister Cousin. It's a very beautiful poem. The stanza I relate to the most is as airplane played taxi to our long distance visits. I have family all over, and so every time I'm visiting them, you know, it's long distance, 9-hour drives, or going to the airport, boarding a plane to go see them. So at some point, traveling during the holidays feels like the airplane's a taxi. Yeah. Okay. Then I'm going to...
She's really good.
Okay, I'm going to read the second stanza in this poem titled Slow Down. Then I'll read the full poem titled Black Velvet. It's one of my favorites, if not my favorite from this collection. Second stanza. Call that friend. Use your God-given talents. Praise and thank God every day. Pray daily, okay? I'm gonna read the last stanza of that poem because it's really good. Slow down and enjoy all the great things God has to offer. Please, slow down! Exclamation mark. In brackets, dedicated to our youth. Beautiful. Now, I will be reading... Now I will be reading Black Velvet, one of my favorites from the poetry collection. Black Velvet. Black velvet was his flavor. She was something he wanted to savor. Black velvet was his passion. He wanted to keep her laughing. Black velvet was his muse. He wanted to follow all her crazy rules. Black velvet drove him wild, like dangling candy in front of an anxious, frisky child. And she melts. And
the crowd goes wild.
Okay, so I've read one full poem, 2 excerpts from 2 poems, and then now I'll be reading 2 stanzas from the final poem in the whole collection titled Reversal Racism. The English is confusing to me in this poem, so don't think I'm reading it wrong. That's just how it's written. Image getting laid off, and the people called in the office are brown. And you ask, why us? Only to be told, I can't tell you, and still have to turn around and train the people who will replace you. Imagine having a college education and being offered a job on the phone. And then you get there, and the person who assured you of the job won't even shake your hand and tell you that the job has been filled. That poem is intense. At some point it gets graphic. It talks about events that happened in history, slavery. It's just a really deep poem. It's, I think, the only poem in the book that has capital letters throughout some of the stanzas. It's so powerful. This poetry collection has it all: romance, reality, wisdom, you know, the poem about slowing down. So I really like it. How does it shape my mindset or goals? Definitely my mindset. You know, the poetry in this book, poetry in general, makes me think outside of the box. A poem like Slow Down is just a reminder to take a deep breath, you know? How does Contagious shape my mindset and goals? As a YouTuber, I want to know what makes things go viral, what makes ideas spread, how to actually make an impact on people, not just make videos or make ideas, but how to actually execute them correctly. So yeah, this is me reading books that shape my mindset and goals. Thank you so much for watching. I do want to say this is episode 8 out of 20. It's July 2025. My birthday's in September 2025, and tomorrow is July 12th, which means we'll be exactly 2 months away from my birthday, which is crazy because the point of this whole challenge was to do all these activities before my birthday. So that's really exciting. We started in April and it's July, so thank you guys for being on this journey with me. I know I took a 4-week, if not 3-week pause where I didn't post a single thing on 20 before 20. I feel bad for doing that. Life was lifing, you know, but I'm back and we are almost halfway through the challenge, so that's really exciting. Thank you guys so much for watching this whole video. Have a beautiful night, or if it's morning or daytime, have a beautiful day wherever you are. Thank you for watching. Probably A minor, like that. Really controversial. Not a kid walking in the neighborhood with a basketball in his hand. This is giving Disney.